right, so before I get into any giant intro here, I do just want to give you guys a solid tour of the craft room before, because it is an extreme craft room makeover unlike any that I have ever done before. I know I've done a ton of like cleaning craft room videos, rearranging, decluttering. I've also like purchased items and put them in here. But this is going to be a solid, like we are taking everything out and redoing this. So here is a good little before. And then of course you are going to get your good old normal intro from me as usual. But take it all in because I am.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old stars, battle the
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen and today is a craft room makeover. And when I mean makeover, I mean we're getting some brand new stuff in here. Thank you to Costway for sponsoring today's video, but I am also ripping the carpet out, and then I'm also ripping this foamy wallpaper down. We're gonna reorganize. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff. I'm also gonna have a part 2 for sure of organizing. I know so many people have asked for that video, but that will be coming up right after this one. So bear with me on that because I already kind of knew I was gonna do this makeover. So I wanna do that first before I started organizing. So without further ado, we're gonna start tearing this place apart.
Hey guys, we want to Presley take all the wall, like foamy wallpaper, and I'm with my mom, Kristen, and she making this video. Bye!
So let's just say this and say this loud and clear. Never do this. You're going to hear my husband ranting, and not even really ranting. We were sleeping, so he was being very quiet when he wanted to tell you guys to never use this. And I already knew because it's kind of been falling on and off the wall, this foam wallpaper. I loved the looks of it, and it was a nice little background to style items with and take photos and things like that. And that's kind of, you know, when I'm doing a craft room, it is a craft room slash office slash styling area for YouTube. So it's not going to be, you know, I did have to have like some nice areas, and obviously this isn't it.
So guys, I want to give you a little bit of advice. Anytime you think that it's a good idea to put something sticky on the wall, yeah, it looks great, but guess what? When you want to go in and replace it, you're going to be up all night doing this. So I hope you have a lot of time. It's pretty fun. Enjoy.
In the beginning of this video, I did want to thank Costway for sponsoring today's video. They pretty much provided everything in my craft room that I will need as far as furniture wise. So they sent a few different items as far as organizing. So I wanted these drawers along with those cube units. Cube units are my go-to. They're my favorite, but they had some really pretty ones that had little drawers that you could just open, and I had to have those. So you're going to see later on exactly what I put together. Actually none of this furniture really took me that long to put together. So this one here is the cube units. I think the only thing that was the hardest part to put together was the chair. You're going to see some quick clips of me putting together the chair, but I tried to do it by myself and I couldn't. I tried to have my daughter help me. We couldn't do it. So I did have to end up having my husband help and hold it because it is a pretty heavy, durable, sturdy chair. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I'm sitting in it right now, and I knew when I did this craft room redo that I wanted to have a really cozy chair to edit and do my voiceovers and just sit here and concentrate. And I also have a little Cricut set up right now, so I will be able to just wheel my chair right over there and do that. But so you're gonna see me put together some furniture, not 100% because it took a couple hours, I would say, to put 6 pieces together. So it really didn't take a ton of time. It was my first time putting together drawers and things like that. And I have to say the instruction manuals were perfect. So I had no issues and no trouble with any of that. So again, thank you for Costway for sponsoring today's video. They really, it kind of encouraged me and like pushed me to actually do a craft room makeover. I've wanted to do one for so long. Yes, I'm talking and going on and on and on, but it really did push me to actually put in some effort into my craft room and what I absolutely wanted. Once the furniture was put together, I did want to do that first just to make sure everything was good to go, because this did take a few days to do this craft room. Obviously, we work and my husband is not always home, so we do have we had to have a couple days just to relax as well. But this took a few days to put together. But the next thing was obviously take everything out of the craft room and then take these baseboards down. This took me no more than 5 minutes. Use a crowbar. It worked perfect. The next thing is taking the pegboard down. I am still using this pegboard. It is one of my favorite things. When I did a craft room organizing video, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, my husband helped me put this together, and it is super inexpensive and let's just say way more inexpensive. You just buy the pegboard and the wood from I would say lumber yard, but probably like a Lowe's or Menards or a lumber store like that. It probably costs under $30, and sometimes I see them on different websites for a lot more and not the best quality. This is also coming down because we are going to be putting a new one of these in. And then of course, this is the worst part, is filling in holes with spackle. This like dry fast spackle actually works pretty well. It takes like 15 minutes to dry, and then you can start sanding everything down. I actually did the easy work when it came to this craft room. So I'm kind of like the one that likes to sit down and plan and make a diagram of where everything is going to go and the color of wall that I want. And that was kind of my job. And then as far as like everything else, my husband did do. I did have to hold things and help him. And I took the baseboards down, took everything out of the craft room of what at least I could, ripped up the carpet with him, and then pulled out all the nails and staples and things like that. But as far as like everything else goes, he kind of did it. And this carpet was disgusting. Ew, look at all this stains. Before we get into anywhere, this carpet is disgusting. My home was foreclosed, and I also have crafted on this carpet forever. So tell me that I haven't spilled paint or paint water, or I actually spilled a half a gallon of paint on this carpet, and it did come up pretty well. So, when everyone goes, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you crafted on this carpet, trust me, this is why I did. It is gross, and then when you pulled it up, you realize this is even way more gross. We tossed this out the window. This kind of goes to the front of our house. So this just kind of made things easier. We didn't have to bring the carpet through our kitchen and hallway, and it was just so much easier that way. Pulling up the padding, this is where it's almost scary pulling up padding when you never have in your entire life or the entire time you lived in your home, because you just never know what's underneath. It was gross. It was so gross. It was patched together. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get when you're pulling carpet off the ground, or off the ground. But it was disgusting, but we did it. This took some time pulling all the staples out. I would say a couple hours, but we did it. We managed to do this for sure. And then once that was done, you got to take all of the nails, and I'm not sure what this is called, but you have to take this all out, or you can't lay anything down. And then you had to clean it. We had to do this. This was super time consuming. So I decided to go with this Mohawk flooring. It is Veranda Beach. I think it is a beautiful color. I'm obsessed with it and love it. And my husband kind of started doing this. He's done flooring in the past. He's done plenty of floors in the past. He kind of did it a little bit different this time around. And I was 100% okay with it, because you got to do what you got to do to get it done. It was a little hard to do, or at least he said it was, because I didn't have to obviously do the work there. I decided to start painting as he was doing the floor, and you can tell by the window it is nighttime. I normally don't do this at night. My hair is super curly. It was raining that day. We're just trying to get stuff done. I don't know what color gray this is. I actually just went to my local hardware store, picked out a gray paint, and that is kind of what I do. I do not like to pick out paint. I kind of just go to the store, pick some paint out, and hope it works. And honestly, any type of light gray has never disappointed me. So that's kind of what I did here, was just do light gray. I had like an amazing trim brush, so I did not need tape or anything like that. And for whatever reason, I seem to always get paint on the ceilings every time I paint. This time around, I didn't, and I was pretty dang proud of that.
Know that we're not perfect,
now we are starting the shiplap. I did want a shiplap wall where that sticky brick wallpaper was. I did want some sort of feature wall. You'll probably be seeing this in plenty of my videos because I will probably be displaying things on there and such.
Now here.
This one?
Put two.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, come here.
Please. Can you do another video for me?
Yeah, get over here, baby.
Hi.
Get over here. I'm gonna push it. Push that button right there.
Okay. Let me see here.
You tell me on video. You tell me on video. You said this on video.
Yeah, you're on the video right now.
What's this, guys? Bye.
And you see that the shiplap wall is halfway done. And of course, my daughter Presley had to help. And that's honestly just what happens when you have kids. They are always around. They're always here. And they do get bored when their parents are doing a home project. And this is why I feel like I don't do very many of these, because someone always needs something. And I'm completely okay with that. But I mean, I'm tossing a ball here. I'm holding shiplap down. I'm entertaining. It's a whole process, but it was so worth it in the end. And my kids are so great anyways. So I don't honestly have a problem with them being home and us doing a home project. But finally, everything was done. We did put white trim up in here as well. And now I'm starting to bring everything in. I figured you didn't want step-by-step process, honestly, because I didn't do a lot of it. So I'm not really sure what tools you use, there's tutorials for those. But this is just my craft room makeover for sure. I did put these bins back in my craft room. I already had these to start with, and they were behind the door, and that's where I liked them. It's really the only place that I was able to put them. And these bins are also from Target, and I think I'm going to get more and just make all of them eventually match. But for now, we spent a lot of money on this, and I did just keep whatever I possibly could keep. So right here, I was so excited to move these around. These actually fit perfect along this wall. So I just did every other one here, and I wanted to start adding the bins to these as well. My dining room has been a mess for a week now. It's been a total of 1 week. I really thought this project would go a little bit faster, but like I said, we did take a break in between, so it's okay. It's finally coming together. There's my dog Belle, and she always has to know where I am. So finally putting the pegboard up. We are putting it in a different spot this time, so we are just talking it over, I guess, making sure it's in a stud. I mean, I'm just kind of holding things. That was kind of my job.
You have a piece of my heart, and I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for.
I'm also just adding some Chalkature silk screen transfers into these. I love these bins. I actually organize them a lot better, and I will have another video out very soon of organizing my craft room. So stay tuned for that. I've been talking about doing one forever, but I'm actually going to be doing one. I'm already filming one. I'm already getting it around. And I kind of showed a little bits and pieces here. I have not organized my closet yet, so you'll be able to see that as well. And I'm taking stickers off the desk. That's exactly what I'm doing. I never take stickers or tags off anything. I'm so terrible at that. I had the number like 6, 4, and 10 on this, I think, and this chair is the best chair. I mean, all of these links will be in the description box below for you from Costway. So anything that I purchase through them will be in the description box below for you guys. So if you want the chair, the desk, they also sent me the desk as well. And later on, I will show you a shelf that they sent me too. It is beautiful. I am super excited to be decorating with that. So I'm adding these shelves to the pegboard, and I will link those in the description box as well for you guys. And I decided to add my paints on here. I had a ton of paint I was not using, so I didn't really think that I needed that anymore. And I'm just putting the paint up here that I actually use on a daily crafting basis.
The last time, stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. No, you're gone in the morning.
Since I did get rid of some furniture pieces that I was storing crafting supplies in, I had to figure out different ways to switch things around, add them. So we decided to put some scrapbook paper in here, Dollar Tree calendars, and then of course some felt and just other items that would fit in here. I ended up adding some rub-on transfers to the top, and then the bottom three actually had some Chocolatour silkscreen transfers. And like I said, organizing video coming soon. You guys will see it all put together. Here's a cabinet that I also had. I actually had two of these. We picked these up off the side of the road and I painted them. I only decided to keep one of them, and this has my Cricut supplies in it. I really wanted a little Cricut supply corner in a Cricut area, so that is what that corner is going to be. For a little moment, just hold me closer. I'll be okay. Last minute buy were these shelving pieces. I really wanted some shelves in the craft room because, like I said, I'm losing some furniture pieces, so I'm losing storage. But these are so pretty. I got these on clearance, so I think these were only about $30 in total for 2 shelves, which I think is a great deal. Shelves can be so pricey, and that did count the hardware as well. So now we are just hanging them up in the center. I did have to move all of my cube units and things away from the wall, but you'll see me add those back, and I decided to hang these on this wall because I wanted a lot of my crafting supplies along this wall. I still am going to be crafting on the floor. It is just what I do. I craft on the floor. I like it. I like to. So I wanted a lot of my crafting supplies along one wall so I could just grab and go as I needed to. We watch the sun go down over the same old town. And right here, I'm just adding some glass jars along this wall, along with some of these tin bins, I would say. So a lot of these are from Dollar General. I think everything along the bottom is from Dollar General. And then the black little tin buckets, those are from the Target Dollar Spot last year. So small, watch the clock ticking off the wall. Command strips for the win, or they're not command strips, command hooks. I decided to use this tiny little space back here to add my larger Chocolatour silkscreen transfers. So these are going to be ones that I use right now as far as seasonal goes, and then I just have ones that are kind of my farmhouse ones and ones I use all the time. So I decided to do 2 hooks, and I could probably add 2 more if I needed to. So this is the shelf that I was talking about. Costway also sent me this one. It was actually already put together, so I didn't have to do a single thing for this one. So I just put this right to the wall and then decorated it, and I think this is so cute, and I love that little corner. It's just such a homey little corner since everything in my craft room is just a little plain. So this kind of makes it more me and more my style. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself. And the last thing to top this craft room makeover is this rug. This is only a 4x5 rug, but like I said, I am going to be crafting on the floor. So I needed some sort of rug. It's not huge, and that's not really what I wanted. I didn't want anything to be going on this, except I wanted to be able to sit on it and craft on it. And that is literally what this rug is whole purpose is for. I also wanted to show the before before I show the after. So this is what it looked like. It was a disaster. It was a mess. I think it was really crammed and crowded, and I did just have a ton of things just laying all over and not really have a home for absolutely everything. I feel like it was lacking space. I would say space, and I'd also say storage, but honestly, I'm lacking more storage at this point since I did get rid of one of those larger cabinets along with a cubed unit. But I just cannot wait for you guys to see what it looks like when it is done. I am so glad you guys decided to stop by and watch this video. I hope it gives you some motivation or even some ideas. And you don't have to like completely tear your craft room apart, but if you have the chance, do it. But you guys, that is it. Again, thank you Costway for sponsoring today's video. I truly appreciate it. Here is the after. It is a huge transformation. I am absolutely in love with this space and I cannot wait to get back to crafting. But if you guys like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you stay tuned for my organizing video. It'll be coming out a couple days after this video. But if you guys liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around and subscribing. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna